Yo guys, what's up? ScammerRevolts here, and today I'm bringing you guys a review video of a computer that I had for a while. Well, I had it, then I got rid of it, and I recently have acquired it again. This is an HP Compact Elite 8000 small form factor PC. So these computers are usually used in businesses and some schools I think might also have these computers, but mostly schools are using Dell. So these are usually work computers. I think they're advertised back around 2007 or 2008. So a while back. These things are pretty old now. And the one I have right here comes with a Core 2 Duo processor and Windows 7. I currently have 7 gigabytes of RAM in it, and I'm going to be using this as a replacement for my Optiplex 780 as my second PC because of the size, and it's just much less of a hassle to, if I want to move things around, I don't have to deal with some huge computer, and it's just a lot easier to get everything around. So this computer actually has a lot to it, and I really like how it's built, and I really like how everything's set up, just the side panel and everything. It's very, very cool. But yeah, so I'm just going to kind of go through I'm going to kind of go through the ports and everything, and show you guys the inside of the computer, how everything's set up on the inside, and then I'm going to kind of talk about what I'm actually going to be using this computer for. So first, as you can see, we're on the front here, and you could already see it's got 4 USB 2.0 ports, so these aren't 3.0, because when it came out, I don't even think it was a thing. But as you can see right here, we got the power button, and then up here, you can't really see it, but there's an HP logo right there, and we got the power LED and hard drive activity LED, and then we have 2 headphone, and one is also microphone. So if we look up here, you can also see we have a DVD. I think this isn't a light scrap drive, it's just a DVD ROM and everything, just regular drive. They do come with light scrap drives, but I think I replaced this a while back, so I might still have that drive, but currently that is not the one that is installed in it. If we go to the back here, just flip this around. So, there we go. Still a bit heavy, but a lot smaller than a regular computer. So as we can see, we have 4 slots right here in the back for PCI, graphics cards and everything. This can take a low profile graphics card, so a lot of people actually do use these as little gaming computers if you're starting out, because you can get these things for like $90, get them really cheap. You can actually buy this for less than what my keyboard right there costs. So this is pretty popular for people who just don't have the money to get into PC gaming, but they want something just to start out. But if we go along the back here, I believe this is parallel. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's parallel, but if I'm wrong, correct me in the comment section. Then we have a 10100 Ethernet, crap load more of USB ports. We actually have 2, 4, 6 USB ports on the back, and we have 4 on the front, so that's about 10 USB ports. So pretty freaking crazy with the USB ports here. And if we go up here, we have a DVI port. Not DVI, display. We also have VGA. I forgot the name of this, but it's for use of, I believe, over the network for printers and everything. I believe they had these here because a lot of companies were still using other old hardware, so they didn't want to have to buy something where they had to upgrade everything else along with the new computers. So that's something useful for, smaller companies who can't really afford it. Now, if we go to the top here, if we go all the way up here, you can see we have mouse and keyboard ports, and then we also have 2 audio jacks, and then we got the power supply. So I think this is a 250 watt, but when we actually get inside of the system, I will show you guys what that actually is. But you are going to, I think a lot of people who haven't seen this, it's going to be pretty incredible how tiny this thing is. But yeah, so I'm going to show you guys the inside of the computer now. Okay guys, here we are. Now we're on the top of the computer, and as you can see, just from the start, it has this little latch. Now some of them, they have a screw on the side here to keep it in, because this actually, I'll show you in a minute, but I'm not sure if it's just this one might be a little bit messed up. The latch isn't too good at really holding it together, so they actually have a little screw hole back here, so you could just use like a hard drive screw or something to keep that secure. As you see up here, Core 2 Duo, Windows 7. So if I take this off, as you see, it was pretty easy, but I'll show you if I put it back on like this. You have to kind of slam it in there, and then if I just pull it like that without even using that, it just pretty much comes out. So put that aside, and here's the inside of the computer. So first I'm going to show you guys the power supply, which is actually pretty cool because of how small it is. So you can just lift it up like this, and this is the whole power supply. What you saw in the back is just the cooling fan, but this is the actual whole entire power supply. And I think down here they might have had it so you put another hard drive, because you also have one under here. But I think you need a little hard drive caddy for it to actually fit down there, because I found that there are screw holes, but I found that putting it down there, it doesn't really fit. Seems like even if you put screws in, it still wouldn't fit. So this is in fact a 230 watt power supply, so not super crazy, but you know, for this type of use it's fine. And if we go over here, you can see we have the DVD-ROM drive. We flip that up. Under here we have a 500 gigabyte hard drive, which you can't really see in the picture, but it's a 500 gigabyte hard drive. I actually do think most of them come like this, but this is actually one that I put in it. So yeah, and saw some cables going to it. And actually under here we have the RAM. So as you can see here, I have one 1 gigabyte sticks and the rest are 2, making up 7 gigabytes of RAM. And yeah, so it's pretty good, especially for a computer like this that was probably really just meant to have 4 gigabytes, unless you know, in a really heavy business application use. And under here we have the CPU, the Core 2 Duo CPU, which is under this shroud. You can see the cooler right here, and then half the other side's under the shroud, which this is used from this fan to direct airflow from the front to go through it directly, and then it'll just kind of cool the other components all the way through the rest of the case. And that other fan we talked about over here will handle the power supply. So if I point the camera right about down there, you can see we have one, I believe this is 16x slot, so you can put a graphics card in here. It has to be low profile, low power consumption, obviously, unless you find a better version of this, but I really couldn't find any of these on eBay or anything, so you're probably going to have to try and get them directly from HP, but I'm not sure how that would work. So I just recommend going with a low profile graphics card if you are going to put one in here. And then we have 2 other, I believe these PCIe slots, and then can't really see it, but if I move the camera, it's right there. You got another slot right there. So a good amount of room for expansion in a case like this. You just kind of, it's one of those mechanisms, you know, no screws, you just kind of lift it up. So not the most secure mechanism, but this one seems to be pretty stable. Yeah, and this also isn't directly in it, as you can see. It's just a wire, parallel port going over there, so you could just take that out right here. Just take it out and replace it pretty easily. And it also has 4 SATA cable ports, which is pretty nice, so it definitely leaves a lot of room to put a crap ton of stuff in here. I mean, not a crap ton, but you know, for back then it's pretty good. Yeah, so what am I going to be using this for? I used my old Dell Optiplex, I believe 780. I forgot the name. 780, I think, for some gaming. Not really most of the time. It was just YouTube videos, you know, music, just pretty much a multimedia computer. And I also used it on some of the SPS streams. If you guys saw some of the old streams where we were all connected on TeamViewer, I was using a computer like that. And that doesn't take too much power, but I also don't want a computer sitting up there when I barely use it for things like that. And this thing, it's, you know, lower power consumption. It's just quieter. It's easier to move around and everything, and it's easier just to get into if I want to do something with it. 780, it's pretty easy too, but it's just so much bigger and, you know, clunky and everything. This is just nice. Everything's slimmed down. It's easier to use. But my main use for it is basically I might be starting a second channel soon. I already do have a second channel, but I don't really upload to it. So I might be, you know, rebranding that channel and uploading to it again. So you can definitely watch out for that in the future. And basically the thing that's going to be running that is this. Because I don't really like to run 2 channels off one computer. I know that seems not very efficient, but for me, I like to have everything in, you know, one spot instead of having, you know, 2 channels and different web browsers and everything. It's just nicer to have a single computer that can handle it. So this will just be doing, you know, video exporting. It's not going to be actually doing any recording on the PC itself. So this will just have something like Sony Vegas installed on it, and it's just going to be rendering a video. And I know it is going to take a lot longer than the Core 2 Quad would be able to do it on the 780, but, you know, I'm sacrificing that bit of speed for the, you know, portability, I guess, and just saves room overall. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for my review. Overall, this is pretty cool. It's a pretty good computer. I wouldn't really recommend it as a first gaming PC. I recommend, you know, doing it I guess the PC Master Race way, saving up and building your own computer. Yeah, so overall, I wouldn't recommend it as a gaming computer, but if you want something to have as like a family computer or something, this is great. This is something that, you know, the whole family can use, because I'm pretty sure not everybody in your family is going to be playing, you know, Doom or something on this computer. It's great for, like, you know, flash games and everything. It does perfectly fine. YouTube videos, 1080p. It works. 1080p is a lot smoother on Linux, but this is running Windows 7. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this review. I hope you guys like this video. If you guys want to see more videos like this, I'm going to be uploading tech videos every single Wednesday from now on. So you can definitely expect more like this. And yeah, if you guys have any suggestions of a video that I should do, you know, on a device or maybe on a software or something, leave it in the comments below. And if you made it all the way to this video, you know, please give it a thumbs up. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.